usually I speak slow. I think you would have seen me while speaking. I usually speak slow, but nowadays I am trying to make my level best. So I'm not, focusing on communication part. Speaking slow, taking pause, and like showing gesture while speaking, it's a part of communication skill. So I know it very well, but nowadays, I have like I just want to, speak English very fast without translating Hindi to English, because I have habits. I am used to of translating things Hindi to English in my mind. So I just wanna cut down that part. So for cutting down that part, I will have to speak fast so that I won't get time to translate English to Hindi and Hindi to English.
What is your goal? Because I believe goal is related to somewhere your subject.
Okay, that's the great part.
Yeah.
What can I tell? What can I tell you? First of all, okay, there are so many goals. I have so many goals. First of all, I prepare for defense exams like Air Force, Navy, and DA. So I'm looking forward to get selection in Air Force exam, like in Air Force in defense sector, not Air Force, not in Navy, not in NDA, because I am preparing, simultaneously for three exam, like simultaneously for three exam. First of all, Navy, NDA, and Air Force. And wherever I will get opportunity, definitely I would like to grab that. So yeah, it's all about it's my
Okay, but
primary plan.
one thing I would
And
like to, I would like to help you here, help you out that what could be your goal. And one day you told me about, you mentioned that you have a good height, right? Right? Why don't you try
yes,
for the modeling, right? You can go for the modeling. Why not? It can be your part of your, goal.
it was okay. It was nice suggestion when you suggested me. So that time, I don't have too much knowledge about modeling. What goes in modeling, and yeah, I have good height. I have good personality. I'm very slim and very fit. When I go at road, like when I go on road and when I walk, so people must watch me, okay, because my height is more than 6.3. So every whenever I go, I attract like I take people attention every time. So
So that's why you said that I don't know about the ABCD of modeling, right? Let me
yes,
just give you one example here. You are learning this language. Before learning this language, you didn't know about the ABCD of this language.
yes,
But when you step into it, when you took a step for it, you learned all ABCD of this language, right? So similarly is with the, your modeling process. Once you have to take the step inside it, and then you will learn gradually. You will learn. Take
yes,
it, take
yes.
it on a take it on a serious note.
It could be, and like you are not the one who are suggesting me to go for modeling. Many of the people have suggested me earlier, but I didn't focus on their words because going in defense, it's also part of adventure. It's
Yes.
also part of keep ourselves fit, and modeling is kind of thing in which you will have to show your everything, like perfections. So it is a kind of
Yes. So
going
let
in
me just
defense. Okay.
let me just ask you one more question. How much time you are dedicatedly giving to this language?
Nowadays,
Hmm. Now.
and nowadays I have given my all of the time, like throughout the day I just focus on learning English, and
Okay.
okay, and making myself better into it. So moreover, I don't have any other work, like 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 usually I go to play cricket, but nowadays I have left playing cricket. Only I go on on weekend I go for playing cricket, otherwise I don't go. I have totally focused myself over it.
Okay. So what is the challenging part in English?
For me for me
Hmm.
the challenging part in English is that I think the thing is that nowadays I'm not able to structure sentences. I can structure normal sentences, but when it comes to structure a very complex sentences, and when somebody put me in a a very difficult situation, where where you need to think, where you need to think very different, where you the word which you haven't spoken ever in your life in English. So that time I face some difficulties. So yeah, it's a kind of when somebody put me in a difficult situation, the word, the sentences which I have
So
never spoken in.
how do you tackle with that situation when you are in the situation and you face like that? That is some going to be a very daunting part for me. Then how do you tackle that time?
I try to keep myself composed while speaking, while talking, like while talking on like a very different thing. while talking on a very different thing which I have never tackled ever in my life. So I try to keep myself composed and calm, and I I slow down my speed. The speaking speed I slow down.
It's very important when you speak, when you are delivering something, you have to keep your pace, slow. And when you keep yourself slow, that's how you will be able to collect your thought and try to, present in front of the people. That's very important because English is not just like you are going with the bullet train and Ferrari car. No, it's not like that. English is, is a language of your thought process, how you deliver it, how you
Yes,
present it, how you portray it. That's very important.
yes, I
Okay,
got
so
your point.
hmm. So tell me something about tell me something that the people used to say, work on your reading skill, writing skill, speaking skill. What do you have to say on it? I mean, we should go with the all skill together, or we should focus to one. What is your strategy behind it?
Okay, if I tell you my strategy, what I think about learning this language, okay, so I don't think so. Reading is very important, but reading, plays a very vital role to some extent. When you are, when you come from a different, diverse background, like diverse culture, like you are from Tamil Nadu, and some people belongs from Bihar. So everybody has, their own tone, speaking
Hmm.
tone. So when you speak English, so definitely your tone plays a vital role. So
Hmm.
for when you speak, like when I'm speaking a word like inflate, and when somebody speak that word, so they have different tone. But English is a language, and like for every word there is a fixed pronunciation. So we'll have to work for it, or we'll have to work over it. Okay, to pronounce that word very well. So for reading, like I think everybody should do reading for improving, for overcome, their pronunciation mistake. And moreover
Hmm.
that, if I tell you, speaking part is also necessary, because if you want to be flawless speaker, so you'll have to speak. Otherwise, there is if you will do every activities apart from speaking, still you will not be able to speak even speak a single sentences, even a single line.
Okay,
Are you?
all you are saying that people have their own influence, regional influence, right? When they speak. So if you want to improve that influence from that language, then you have to read, right? Once you will read,
Yeah,
once you will become the habitual of that reading, then you can be eradicate that influence, that regional influence.
exactly, exactly. And yeah, I
Oh,
was saying,
uh-huh.
okay,
Yes.
I was saying that if you do like plenty of activities all together, and you are missing the speaking part, still you will not be able to speak even a single line, single sentences, because it's a language, and you are learning how can we speak English. So for speaking, you will have to speak.
Of course, I believe in two aspects of this language. One is input and another one is output.
Yeah,
Input means whatever the skill you have, it may be reading, writing, listening, anything. First, you have to input, first, you have to consume, first, you have to take that data in your brain. And after that, the second process is output. You have to implement it in your communication skills. You have to speak out loud. That's very important. It's a language, it's a metaphor. The more you will speak, the better you will be, right? So speaking is very important, but you first of all you have to consume it, you have to input some data in your brain, then only you can be able to speak.
exactly. I believe in both fully. Yes, listening
Hmm.
part. Part.
Okay, so what is your favorite skill?
Okay, what is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
activity in terms of
Skill,
speaking English?
skill, any activity or skill you have that you are using in your day-to-day life to improve your communication skill, to level up your English.
Okay, now okay. Okay, let me tell you. Listening is like very important. I do listening every day. I was sometime occasionally I watch your videos, and moreover I watch Rom videos, and Charisma Chauhan and so on, YouTuber like Rajni ma'am. Sometime I watch because I love conversation, and moreover I do speaking every day. I do speaking with every like different with different co-learner every day I do speak. And moreover that no nowadays I have followed like so many Instagram pages, English related pages,
Okay.
and I think I have followed like 500 plus pages over Instagram. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever I go for watching reels, so I don't get any like useless reels.
Mm-hmm.
Useless reels, I just get only English related content, like sentences content, and some moreover vocabularies content. So I have followed plenty of pages over there, and I consume there some of the
Mm-hmm.
concepts regarding making myself better in English.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's how you're leveling up your English. Okay, so listen a lot. That means you listen a lot, right?
Yes,
So,
of course, of course.
so do you have any favorite podcast or any favorite anything that you listen a lot apart from this conversation with you?
Okay, apart from this conversation, apart from conversation part, what would I like to listen? Okay, so I don't think so. There is any podcast which I prefer to watch and listen. So I don't think so. Is there anything like there is anything which I like? Yeah, nothing is that.
Great, 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 great. So tell me your struggle. I mean, have you ever feel that tongue tied when you speak?
Yes, could you repeat it again? I did not catch
Have
it.
you
Sorry.
ever have you ever felt that tongue tied while speaking?
Okay, tongue tied. Could you describe it?
Tongue tied means when you are not able to speak and some kind of a jam.
Okay. It happened. It happened. Like when I'm speaking in front of you now, like
Hmm.
now I'm speaking in front of you, I'm totally relaxed. I'm totally composed because I haven't done work since morning. Like I have been not like I haven't done any work since morning to till now. But
Hmm.
when I do walk, when I go for play, and after coming right after coming after like after right after coming at home after
Hmm.
playing cricket for a long time for 2 or 3 hours, or maybe it could be any walk after completion of work when I go for conversation. So that time my mind first of all my mind gets I can say that first of all my body gets tired, and moreover I get exhausted, and the word the sentences doesn't come in my mind, like it doesn't come in my mind. And yeah,
Hmm.
that time I get stuck. But sometime, as I told you, as I mentioned very earlier in this conversation, in the setup, in the middle of this conversation, that sometimes whenever somebody put me in a situation which is very difficult, like which on which I have never spoken in my life ever, so that time I get stuck, and I don't get a vocabulary, proper vocabulary which I should use at that time, so I don't get those kind of vocabulary. So
So how
yeah,
you
I'm
will
trying.
improve your vocabulary? Like you said that you feel very tongue tied when you are into this some different zones, some different position. Then how do you improve your vocabulary? Don't you think that you need to work on your vocabulary to come out from that zone?
Yes, exactly. I think I have lack of vocabulary. Just because of that, I'm not able to express my feeling and deliver my thoughts whatsoever I want to talk, and whatsoever on topic I just want to talk. I'm not able to execute my thoughts just because of lack of vocabulary. But when I go for learning vocabulary, so I don't I get confused. Like what should I read? What should I remember? And like if I remember, if I'm remembering, like different thing at one time at once. So when you will go for any conversation, when somebody will put me in a situation where I will have to use a normal vocabulary, a very simple vocabulary. So that time, I don't get that vocabulary. Are you understanding my point? Suitable vocabularies.
Yes, but do you really think so that watching conversation video is somewhere help you and somewhere help you to level up your English? I don't think so.
Could you repeat it again? I did not understand it.
I was saying watching only conversational videos. Watching only conversational video, like you mentioned that you love to watch conversational video, right? So do you really think that watching conversational videos are really going to help you to level up your English because they are on the same pace, right?
Yes.
So
I'm telling you.
what is your take on that?
Okay, I'm telling you. Definitely, it's not going to help me. It's not going to boost my level because like at the level is mine right now. I think the majority of the co-learners are at the same level when they are talking to each other, like doing conversation with everybody, like each other. So I think they are just quite similar to me. So I think if I wanna improve myself in order to be fluent, be flawless speaker in this language, so I will have to listen flawless speaker, fluent
Mhm.
speaker. And yeah, I'm not saying that I should go for very vast speaker who are speaking very well, and not able to even people are not able to understand their tone, their accent. I prefer to watch a fluent speaker who is better in English, but their tone I can understand, their accent I can understand easily. So I prefer to that teacher, that man. I prefer to listen that teacher, that man, that podcast, which I can understand, rather than watching a native speaker. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
my point on